Hello there. You know, in terms of popular culture, Kirikiriroa Hamilton is actually surprisingly impactful. And it's not just things like the fact it was the first place in New Zealand where you were able to get roasted coffee, like coffee beans being roasted on site before being made into coffee. Before that, they had to be brought in from overseas or instant, which is one of the reasons why instant coffee, I think, is so popular here. But there's other elements as well. We've got some really popular personalities that have come out of Kirikiriroa Hamilton. Like Jacinda, she was born in Hamilton. So was Judith Collins, but let's not talk about that. There's a whole bunch of musicians that have come out of there, like Kimbra. She's probably somebody that you used to know. There were people like Val Thun, who is a Thai singer, Stan Walker, also from Kirikiriroa Hamilton. Sometimes you can even see the film crew still following them around if you're down there, which is kind of weird because you don't expect film crews in Hamilton, which we should fix. But that's a very different topic. Then you've got actors like Daniel Gillies. He was from Hamilton. I mean, it's quite impressive. And Olympian Dick Quacks, also from Hamilton. Hamilton also gave us that iconic moment when the 1981 Springbok tour happened and the riots occurred and people ran onto the pitch. It's quite significant, surprisingly so. One of the most well-known, though, the sort of cultural moments to come out of Hamilton is this. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. There's even a statue to the creator of Rocky Horror Picture Show, Richard O'Brien, down the main street. It's a cornerstone of part of development that's actually going in place down there. It's very cool. Now, if you've ever seen the movie, you know it can be a little bit sort of adult themed, and it's rated M here. It holds the world record for the longest continuously played movie since its release in the 1970s. And that's a hell of a long record to have, and a very impressive one, and culturally significant. But if you live in somewhere like Florida, you might not be able to watch that or a live show version of it unless you're over the age of 18, under a new law that would ban performances of the Rocky Horror Picture Show because they consider it a man performing as a woman and sex scenes. And don't get me wrong, those are definitely elements of what's inside the show, but it's a light-hearted sci-fi satire. Now, the thing that's really concerning here, other than, a governor who's like, I'm against cancel culture and cancelling this kind of thing, this kind of bullshit talking point is the kind that gets picked up by those right-wing nutjobs who do things like organise events saying how much they appreciate and protect women that don't allow women to speak, like we saw over the weekend. Those kind of talking points, those kind of culture war hit points, they like to import and start promoting themselves and giving them a push. So it's probably not going to be long until those idiots who really need to loosen up a little bit around topics like this are going to start pushing for those kind of changes here in this country. It's probably not going to work because we're not as stupid as they are, but it's certainly something to keep an eye out for.